Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at MMTLP and the new NextBridge Hydrocarbons purchase agreement. We're also going to be looking at a key opinion on resolution and how long this may take in terms of getting there. We're also going to be looking at the unofficial shareholder votes on the MMAT board and in terms of should they be removed or not. So stay tuned for that. Before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first headline here from Reuters: the US labour market stays resilient and housing regresses on higher mortgage rates. So not great news overall. So in terms of the S&P 500, we can still see it is wavering and it is trying to recover from a 4-day losing streak. So the confidence in the market is a little bit hit at the moment because of the fears of inflation and obviously a delay in the rate of interest in terms of a cut, especially that was shared by Jerome Powell. And in other news from investing.com, we can see that Cathie Wood's ARK investment have just purchased 5,500 shares of Tesla, because I think Tesla certainly is on sale right now. And another news from the SEC, Bitcoin FG have stated here that the SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, is teasing about a potential resignation ahead of the SEC, as head of the SEC. So we will wait and see if that happens. I finally shout out here to Nancy Pelosi's stock trader. So what she's posted here is a notable political trade. So this is from Tommy Tuberville. So remember, Tommy was featured in the previous video where we shared more of his trades. So but this time what we're looking at is another $80,000 on HUM, ticker symbol HUMA. So this is a small company with a market cap of approximately $330 million. So he has bought into this, so we will certainly look at this stock carefully. But what's interesting about Tommy is that he also sits on the Armed Services Committee. So this is putting his overall total up to $225,000 in the overall year. So this is a stock that is a business which looks at implantable human tissue, and it has also been tested in combat injuries in the Ukraine war. Let's now have a look at the latest press release from NextBridge Hydrocarbons. So what I posted earlier was that the company have announced a successful closing of another participation agreement. So what Greg McCabe has stated is that as part of their ongoing commitment to re-envisaging the business model, they continue to pursue development and sale opportunities that diversify their economic operations. So let's have a look at details of the PR. So this was shared on April the 16th, 2024, and we can see what they have stated is that they have successfully closed another participation agreement, and this participation agreement is with an undisclosed international buyer. So obviously I'm assuming it's not a US company. It could be it could be a European company, Asian company, we're not sure, but they are looking to buy 13.33% of a previously announced Valentine project. However, the total payment is $620,000 plus $47,000 in total payment. But what Greg has been also right to say is that the NextBridge Hydrocarbons will be retaining 40% of all the deep rights below 19,500. So this is obviously protecting the interests of the shareholders, because obviously any revenue generated below that, the NextBridge Hydrocarbons will still have a significant right to that. So they've stated here they continue to work with world-class geological consulting team to advise on the economic prospects and opportunities such as these. The team believes that deep rights we have retained have excellent potential. So that's positive, because we're talking about oil, we're talking about gas, and obviously that will, I'm assuming that will be below the 19,500. What Greg has also stated is continuing to pursue development and sale opportunities that diversify their economic operations. So anybody saying that the company is not for sale for the right price is wrong. It certainly is for sale. So Greg is looking for opportunities, but he's not going to give the company away for nothing. So it has to be the right buyer. and if there isn't a buyer right now, then they will wait. And finally, Nextbridge will also be unable to timely file the Form 10K that was extended to April the 16th, and they are currently working on that diligently, and they hope to have that completed as soon as possible. Let's get an opinion or resolution from Curtis. So shout out here to Happy Rubenstein, not Harry Rubenstein. And what he's stated here, quoting Curtis, is that Curtis stated in a space earlier, with 100% certainty, my belief is that this will be resolved positively. For us, the difference is we have the potential of influencing the timeline and the methodology of that resolution. So in terms of us influencing that, I'm sure that certainly means continuing with the calls, not giving up on Congress, and also not giving up on all your FOIA requests. So nobody will be stopping, especially Don Fizz as well. So he's also stated we need, with everything that we have, to find our second win at this point in time and advocate and push for the representatives and your senators to advocate for a hearing. Hopefully we get better than a hearing and that we get a subpoena, but certainly a hearing would be positive as well, and calling on them to look at the circumstances surrounding MMTLP. So he is basically saying as soon as we get a date in the calendar, it's going to be positive windfall for us. I certainly agree with that as well, but it does require obviously the share count to be exposed and to be made in terms of public record. So he states if it does not happen, you don't, obviously we continue to put in the work, reach out, advocate, do the written communication, and it will make a difference. So a very important and positive message there from Curtis. And what Drew has stated is he shares the 100% certainty, and he agrees with it, and also that he agrees that we need to continue to put in the work. So very positive words there from Curtis, and I will second that. So before we look at the unofficial shareholder vote for Emeta Materials, let's give a shout out here to Finra Sofa King, who's posted an important message, and we could say this message should go out certainly to members of Congress, the SEC, and also Finra. So the questions are here: what meme stock has ever had a U3 halt? What meme stock has had a spin-off into a private company? What meme stock was illegally brought into the market? And what meme stock has brought lawsuits for FINRA's transparency? And the answer to all those questions is none. So I certainly think that is a great message. Let's now move on to have a look at this unofficial vote. So we know the board so far have not released the actual official details of the vote, and what Wendell has stated here in terms of the board and the corporate officers. Where are the details of this vote? Why are they continuing to hide the vote? And they have already claimed, and also claimed, that they are ready for commercialization. They apparently are ready to communicate as well, but we're not seeing that. They need the capital to execute this, and it is time for them to share their strategic plan. So unfortunately that didn't come, and then what he stated now is it looks like they're obviously taking the time to publish the results of the Monday's vote. So what Wendell has stated here, he's carried out a vote, and the vote was, first of all, if a vote of no confidence pertaining to the current members of the board was hypothetically put on a proxy, how would you vote? So the options are retain the board or vote them out. And a resounding 98% of shareholders who voted in this unofficial vote voted to vote them out. So I think that and many other shareholder concerns should be addressed and looked at certainly with strong interest from the Metamaterials board, and hopefully they take this into account going forward, because I think shareholders have had enough. And finally, if you would like to get a copy of our daily stock alerts as well as weekly watch list, where we look at stocks such as HUMA and many others, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.